So unless you've been living under a rock for the last 2 weeks or whatever, everyone knows Shannon Sharp is like being drugged across social media right now. and it's so many layers to this thing, man, because it's everyone has an opinion, obviously, and I'm no different. But some of the things that's being said about this dude right now is kind of it's kind of bewildering if you think about it, because anyone who's followed Shannon Sharp even to like the smallest degree um understands and knows that first and foremost Shannon Sharp hasn't dealt with black women in like 30 something years. He prefers white women. Now personally, I don't have a problem with that. Yo, like who you like, rock with who you rock with, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? um but it's interesting to me that it's almost like, well, if the women were black, would you all feel differently? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'll just say I personally don't believe that he's, taking any woman's womanhood by force. Me personally, I don't know the man. Don't have this is just literally me going off a gut feeling. I don't think he's out here just taking it like that. You know what I'm saying? But he does have a history, a sketchy history, to say the least, in regards to women in the past. He's had a few incidents that had people looking kind of crazy at him. I mean, he's had to walk away from networks because of his behavior in regards to women. So, but with that being said, do I think it's a shakedown? Of course. Do I think that um this young lady got with a lawyer and decided, yo, this the game plan, and we're gonna shake him down for all we can get him for? Do I think that that's reasonable to assume? Absolutely. Why else would you just randomly be recording conversations between you and your lover? Like, who does that? Unless they have an agenda. Um, but it's always wild to me when I see the dynamic of how 1 minute everybody rocking with you, 1 minute you on, 1 minute you this, you that. He played it up, and you all ate it up. And but as soon as something like this happens, it's boom. Can't wait to tear him down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the game goes. People. The only thing people love more than to see you rise is to see you fall. And people take entertainment from seeing, um, especially black men fall. Now, did he do this to himself? To some degree. To some degree. I do think it's it's kind of goofy for someone of his stature, his notoriety, um, his wealth to be out here paying for it. That's the wildest thing to me. Like, bro, I'm sure your inbox is popping. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you have a multitude of women trying to like get some of that. Yet you out here paying real crazy money for a 19-year-old. Now, let me say this. I don't care about the age gap. I really don't. Older men of means have been dealing with like younger women forever. This is not a new thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, have your opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? Would I do it? Probably not. Because I mean, but again, older men date younger women all the time. Younger women love older men. I mean, that's not a thing. That's nothing new. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me because y'all love Hugh Hefner. Y'all love that old white man. You know what I'm saying? Bill Belichick is probably 120 years old right now. And I think he's dating like a 24-year-old. I mean, they taking pictures on the beach, frolicking, this, that, and the third. And I mean, yo, no one really has an opinion about it. But when it comes to this black man, so do you have an issue with the age gap? Do you have an issue with the fact that she's white? Like, what's the real issue? Because at the end of the day, it's not illegal. You can think it's crazy. You can think it's white. I mean, have your opinion. There's no right and wrong in regards to your opinion. But the reality is in that regard, he hasn't done anything illegal. You know what I mean? But it's crazy that he was gullible enough to kind of like step into this mess that he's in, and to the point to where he's jeopardizing like real money, because you want to be wild out here. It's the right way and wrong way to do everything, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like the praise that I see online, hoping for this man's downfall. Well, I'm like, yo, y'all was just rocking with him last month. This, that, You know what I mean? Y'all was rocking with him heavy when he did the Cat Williams interview. Oh, y'all was prepared to just, you know what I mean, just rocking with him, full bore. Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, the internet, you know. And one thing I know for sure, if you ever find yourself on the wrong side of the internet, just get off. Just get off it and just go dark. Just go dark, man, because bro, there is no winning when you find yourself on the other side of the internet. That's for sure. I promise you that. And he realizing that now, you know what I'm saying? And so bruh been moving kind of sketchy for a while, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't follow any of these dudes outside of like what they do. You know what I mean? If you're a football player, I don't follow you outside of the football field. If you're a basketball player, I don't follow you outside of the court. If you're an actor, I go check your movie out and that's it. Like I don't follow any of these people outside of their platforms because oftentimes what you really realize is a lot of them corny, a lot of them weird, a lot of them just indifferent. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of weirdo behavior, point blank. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely finding out the hard way. Bruh, the way you out here moving, come on, man. Like, you too old to be out here moving is reckless. You know what I'm saying? And again, I pass no judgment for him dating or spending time with like a younger woman. Like, I don't care anything about that. Don't care that she's white. I don't even care that he doesn't like black women. Like, none of that bothers me because none of it affects me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I could care, man, rock with who you rock with. I don't care nothing about that. But the energy on the internet is like, wow. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the most egregious things you can put on a man's jacket to claim that he's taking your womanhood by force. Now the big question is, well, how did he manage to do that twice? I know women personally who's had their womanhood taken by force. That is a traumatic, life-changing experience. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing to play with. And that's the thing. You see a lot of women in these arenas playing with that word. And what it does, it waters down and it nullifies the women who's truly been victimized out here. Like I say, man, I know personally 3 females who've gone through that, and it changed them forever. Luckily, they were able to bounce back, but that left a mark that still exists to this day. So it's not a game. It's not a game. And so to use that type of rhetoric and language for financial gain, it should be criminal. It should be criminal. You know what I'm saying? Because again, there are real victims out here who get overlooked, stepped on, and looked past on a daily basis. But if you are fortunate enough to encounter a celebrity or someone of means and status, all of a sudden it becomes weaponized. And that's the bigger play. And that's what we have to understand. I'm saying here like, yeah, was he on some gullible nonsense to be out here tricking? Tricking on any level is tricking. I don't care. I don't know where these dudes get this from. It ain't tricking if you got it. Nonsense. Tricking is tricking. And you would just think someone of his stature and someone of his wealth and means and notoriety wouldn't have to be out here moving like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know broke dudes out here not moving like that without a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird to me, bro. Like, these are some weird dudes. These NBA players, the NFL players, actors, like, they some weird dudes. It is what it is, man. And it's just like, bro, you too old to be out here moving reckless in the manner that you're moving. You know what I'm saying? But again, older men have been dating younger women forever, since the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all pick and choose when y'all choose to have a problem with it, though. Now, that's some facts. Y'all pick and choose when it's a problem. Again, you know what I'm saying? Old rich white men been doing. There have been people who have built careers off of being married to old, increpid men of wealth, and y'all loved them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, y'all very inconsistent. You know what I'm saying, with what y'all choose to have an issue with. But that being said, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel sorry for him. I hate it because I do think it's a shakedown. But he has to take some accountability because, bro, you out here moving real reckless. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna hit harder because you are in that spotlight. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, you kind of stepped in it, bro. I mean, you was really on some gullible energy, and you let this young woman, like, play you. You know what I'm saying? Because you out here just really thirsting for that. I'm not even gonna get into what she looked like. With it, I mean, yo, I'm just Shannon. You can do better, my boy. Look, I don't know no other way to say it, bro. You can do better. I mean, like, seriously, But yo, like what you like. But you know what I'm saying, things come at a cost these days. You know what I'm saying, and he finding that out like the hard way. But I'm hearing a lot of hypocritical takes. I'm hearing a lot of people jumping out the window. I'm saying, but y'all, you was just rocking with this dude two months ago. Y'all was just rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? But bro, most of these dudes is weirdos. I mean, on some real, if we just keep it in the book, most of them like on like some weirdness. I don't know if the money bring that out of them, or that's just how they been moving, or what, or they weren't able to move in this manner until they became who they are now currently. But yeah, it's a lot of sketchy behavior. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't wish downfall on anyone. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't have that kind of energy. I don't have it in my heart to just root and cheer for someone's downfall. You know what I'm saying? Especially someone who hasn't done anything to me personally. Now, if I felt he was out here really on some Harvey Weinstein energy, or what I mean, yeah, then I would move accordingly. But my gut telling me, and obviously I don't know, like, everything she's put out there could be true. I don't know. I'm not. This is not me defending Shannon. Again, I don't know this dude. But on the outside looking in, like everyone else, you know what I'm saying, I have an opinion. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, bro, it's just, be careful of the energy you put out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to be rooting for the downfall of another black man. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. For those who are doing that, would you still have that same energy if the women involved were black? You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, where's your platform? What platform are you coming from? Like, what's your foundation? And so, but anyway, man, I'ma sit back and watch how this play out with everyone else. You know what I'm saying? And until the next one.